future leaders of our world.
So yeah, as that video says, guys, the application process has started. So hopefully we can give you the right advice and the right information tonight so you can confidently put in your application. How you do that as well is something we're going to go over towards the end of tonight's event. So we're just going to move on to the first slide and talk about why we are the best provider in the region in 2021 for the second year running. You okay just to flick it on for us, please, CJ? Yeah, so why are we the best provider in the region? So we offer more than 72 courses, and this includes both A-level and vocational courses. Vocational are BTEC and CTEC courses. One of the most primary questions we get asked at Franklin is, are A-levels and vocational courses kind of seen differently or the same? In terms of UCAS points, they are completely the same in terms of the amount of points you get for a distinction star and for an A star as well. The only way they differ is basically how you are assessed. So if you prefer to be assessed via coursework primarily, then the BTEC and the CTEC route will be for you. If you prefer more A-level and examinations, then the A-level pathway is definitely for you. But you can combine, so if you're interested in a bit of both, completing examinations as well as coursework, then you have the freedom to do that when you create your very own tailor-made study program. So obviously we'll give you advice and guidance about how best to create your study program and make sure it does complement your future career path. But ultimately, the subjects that you want to study, it is entirely up to you. We also have experienced, knowledgeable and specialist staff, and what we mean by that is that not only our tutors trained obviously in the area that they're teaching, but they will also have experience as well and a background within that area and that field that they're teaching, meaning that they can pass on that subsequent experience and knowledge onto the students and the future generations of our world. We also offer an exciting enrichment offer, and this includes trips and visits and also external visitors that we bring in. Obviously, this has been very limited over the last year because of the current situation, but there is always lots going on, and you've probably seen our More Than a Classroom initiative as well, our program where we kind of get students a necessary work experience and combine that with their education to make sure they successfully, make sure they're successful at Franklin and then successfully graduate after Franklin as well. Underneath that, we also have our Franklin Professionals program and our nationally recognized Centre for Professional Development initiative as well. And that is something we're going to go into a little bit later on. But again, this is where we specifically help students to combine their education with business, with experience in the industry to make sure they successfully graduate after Franklin College. And we also offer outstanding student support, and that's not just pastoral or learning support, but it's also financial support as well. And our finance team are fantastic in working with students to make sure that their finances do not limit them at all, and make sure that all the students who come to Franklin can fulfill their academic potential. But what does being the best provider mean to the students who come here at Franklin Sixth Form College? Yeah. Okay, so what it means is no matter what your GCSE grades are, you will achieve even better grades at A-level. And what we mean by that is the progress you will make from the day you leave school to the day you leave Franklin. You will make more progress at our college than at any other provider in the region. Okay, if you need to undertake a GCSE resit, there's no need to worry at all. You are 3 times more likely to achieve a pass. So we do offer GCSEs in English and Maths, and we are going to talk about our level 2 program in just a short while. You're also more likely to get into the field of medicine, and with that as well, dentistry and veterinary as well. And that's a big thanks to our careers team who work with students to get them the necessary work experience so they can combine that successfully with their education. You're also more likely to get into Oxbridge, so you've got your Oxford and Cambridge universities, and also your Russell Group universities as well, which are your top 22 universities in the country. And the way we do that as well, we have a dedicated team of progress coaches and obviously the tutors as well who help their students successfully create their UCAS application, their personal statements, and also references as well. So that complements their education and the grades that they're going to get once they leave Franklin Sixth Form College. You are more likely to achieve a successful career in the industry sector you wish to go into. And again, that's a massive thanks to our careers team, who with a lot of local and national employers. We have links with more than 350 local and national employers to give you the opportunities that you deserve to go out and get the work experience and things like that. Oh, we've got someone else presenting here. CJ, you were just to present again. I think you got took over there for a second. There we go. So that's what being the best provider in the region, that's why we are the best provider in the region, and also what it means for you guys. I'm just going to go over very quickly as well, before we move on to our programs, all of the courses in a nutshell that we offer at Franklin Sixth Form College. So you can see all of the departments that we have at Franklin. So in business, finance, economics and travel and tourism, that's pretty straightforward. We do offer A-level and BTEC business, and we do offer BTEC travel and tourism as well. So again, how you want to be assessed and how you want to study at Franklin, we do offer variations of the same course in some areas. In performing arts, obviously we have our performing arts and drama and theatre studies, and we also have A-level and BTEC music. Within our art and design department, we have fine arts. So if you're into drawing and sculpting, that's definitely a subject that you might want to study. We also have A-level graphics, as well as A-level textiles and A-level and BTEC photography. Media and film, we have a media production, which is a BTEC and A-level film studies. And health and social care, we offer single, double, and triple health and social care, giving you much flexibility in terms of how you want to create your study program, and also giving you the opportunity to become, what we call a specialist within that field if you want to take the triple option. We also offer a children's play learning and development course, which is a triple option, so it's equivalent to 3 A-levels, and that's all you'll study at Franklin if you decide to do that course. And upon the qualification for the course, graduating from it, you do receive early years educator status as well. So that's our health, social and childcare department. Within sport and public services, we do have BTEC sport. So again, we offer that. We offer the single option, the double option, and the triple option, as well as A-level PE. And in public services, that is a BTEC, and we do offer that in single and double. Humanities, I spoke to a few people recently, they're not quite sure, or they're a little bit unsure about the term humanities, but the courses that come under that kind of umbrella term are geography, we have law and applied law, so law is the A-level version and applied law is the BTEC version. We also have A-level ancient history and A-level history as well, and also geography and government and politics. Social sciences, we have our A-level psychology and BTEC applied psychology courses, and also our A-level sociology course and A-level criminology. IT and computing, we offer single, double and triple IT, as well as A-level computer science. So if you're interested in going into games design, or if you're interested in the world of coding or programming, then this is definitely a department you might want to look into. And with our English and modern foreign language department, we obviously offer English literature and English language. And the two fantastic language courses that we offer at Franklin are Spanish and French. So loads to choose from in there. And then to finish up, we have science, maths and engineering. There's quite a lot going on here, because in science, obviously we have our biology, chemistry and physics, but we also offer a BTEC applied science course that does lead on to a biomedical science course as well. So that's really interesting for students who want to go into medicine and things like that. And we also offer maths and further maths at A-level, as well as CTEC engineering, and we offer that in both the double and the triple option. How you arrange those courses and the courses that you want to choose are then arranged into a study program of your choice. Like I said, obviously we'll give you a bit of advice and guidance on how to create that study program. But with a bit more information, I'm just going to pass over to my colleague, CJ Stevens.
Thanks, Jamie. So just before I start, I just wanted to explain that everyone is welcome to ask questions throughout this evening in the chat facility just on the side of your screen. So to the right hand side of your screen, you'll see a tab with like a little speech bubble in it. If you click on there, it's a chat facility for you to ask any questions, and we'll be happy to answer those throughout And obviously at the end, there'll be a chance for you to ask more questions. So I just thought I'd say that. So I'm going to go on and talk about the designing your study program at Franklin and how you can make that look. So it's your study program, and it's up to you how you choose to combine your courses. Again, like Jamie said, it's totally based around the way you like to be assessed and the way you like to study. So it might be that you choose to go down the 3 A-levels route and just choose A-levels, and it might be that you choose to combine A-levels with vocational courses as well, and that's entirely up to you. You can combine up to 3 options, depending on whether these are single options or doubles or triple options, and you can, as I said, you can combine A-levels with BTECs and CTECs. So Jamie went through the courses, and we've got 72 different courses for you to choose from, and it might be that because of how your GCSEs go this year, you have to do a 3-year program with us, which means that you have to retake 1 or 2 of your GCSEs, which is no problem. We have lots of students that have to do this, and it just means that you will spend 3 years with us and progress after your 3rd year with us. So just going on from that, A-levels are assessed, and obviously BTECs and CTECs are assessed, and we do that within the college. The way A-levels are assessed is at the end of the 2 years you would formally sit an exam. Obviously that's been a little bit different the last couple of years, but the differences with vocational, so your BTECs and your CTEC options, are that you will be assessed throughout your course, so it'll be broken down into smaller chunks as you go along. So just moving on. I'm going to give you a little bit more information now about our level 3 and our level 2 programs. So as I said, a level 3 program is a 2-year program, and the selection that you make in your year 11 now will be the program that you follow throughout your time at Franklin. So this can be made up, like I said, of A-levels and vocational courses, depending on how you want to learn. So I'm just going to go through with you how you can build your study program. So we have different size courses. So we have what we call single options, which means that you will do 3 lessons in a single option. A double option would be that you'd do 6 lessons a week in that subject, and a triple option is that you'd just study 9 lessons a week, and that would be the only thing you would study. So if you chose 3 courses, you would have to do 3 single courses. So you'd do 3 lessons in the different subjects. And along the top line of the picture you can see in front of you, that's how 3 single A-levels would look. All of our A-level courses are single options, but it's when you start to include your vocational courses that you might choose a double or a triple option. So the second line down is a combination of 2 A-levels and a vocational media course. The third line down is a vocational option, so a single criminology with your applied science alongside it. And then the final option is a triple, so you would do 9 lessons in engineering. I can just see a question in the chat from Joe. It says, can I take 4 A-levels? Thanks for that, Joe. What we tend to advise is that you pick 3. We have very, very few students that do 4. The reason being that 3 is quite sufficient to get you into university, and students do a lot better just studying 3 courses. We have a handful of students every year that may do 4, and that tends to be if they're doing further maths. And if you have a look at our course guide, which we'll show you later on, it talks to you about studying further maths and the grades that you need to get onto further maths. Okay, so if I just go on now to our level 2 program, and our level 2 program means that you would spend 3 years with us. So this would be if you needed to take a GCSE, maths or English or both. So within our level 2 programs, we have different options that you would study alongside your GCSE, maths or English. And this is a level 2 business, a level 2 creative media, level 2 health and social care, or a level 2 IT. And you will study that alongside your GCSE retakes, and it just means that that's going to set you up for your level 3 program when you've finished your first year with us. Just going back quickly to level 3, just to clarify entry grades. So what we ask for is if you're studying A levels or A level and vocational combined, we ask for 3 grade 5s and 2 grade 4s, and that must include your English and maths. If you're just looking to do 3 vocational subjects or a triple or a double, which are just BTECs and CTECs, we ask for 5 grade 4s and maths at grade 3 or above. But what we do stipulate is in the prospectus, you'll have a little look and you'll see that some of the grades on our courses are higher. So what we do advise is that it's better to have a look at the courses individually within the course guide, so you can see what grades are required for what courses. But as a general entry, they're the grades we look for. Okay. So over to you, Jamie.
Hi guys. Yes, so you may have heard us use this term on our social media channels and on our website, and that is the term positive destinations. But what does this exactly mean? Well, to give you some bit of background, a bit of stats about positive destinations, it basically means when students move on successfully to prestigious universities and higher or degree apprenticeships, further training, employment, and also voluntary work are also included. And just to give you a bit of, like I said, some stats on that, 99% of students do progress from Franklin to these positive destinations, to these universities, to these apprenticeships and further employment. And that is all thanks to, we have a 100% pass rate across all of our vocational courses, a pass rate of 99% across all of our level 3 courses, and 90% of students gain a place at their first choice university. And this includes prestigious universities such as Oxford, Cambridge, and also the Russell Group universities as well. The future support, so even after graduating from Franklin, students who come to Franklin are always welcome back to the college. So if you require any support, and so for instance, let's say if you take a gap year, for example, once you complete your studies here at Franklin, you want to do a bit of traveling, just take a year away from education, that is absolutely fine. You can come back to us, guys, and we will give you all the necessary support, advice and guidance that you need to be successful in your future career path. So you can come back, we can help you to apply for university, for apprenticeships or employment. We'll help you to complete CVs and personal statement writing, things like that. And we'll also provide you with references as well as just simply giving you the career advice and guidance that you need. So Franklin students are always welcome back to the college for any kind of support that they need. 2 students who will most certainly be going to positive destinations are Amy and Mason. I'm just going to let CJ introduce them.
Thanks, Jamie. So we've got a couple of students that are going to talk to you now about their experience of joining Franklin, so applying for Franklin, and how they found Franklin. So Amy, are you there?
Hiya.
Hiya, Amy. Are you okay?
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Are you all right to take over?
Yeah, that's no problem.
Brilliant.
So, hi, I'm Amy, and I'm in my 2nd year at Franklin. I studied my GCSEs at Tallbar Academy. So when looking around the different options, Franklin really did stand out to me. The atmosphere, the staff, the working environment, everything was just perfect. My college experience has been the best I could ever ask for. Yes, it has been hard work, but Franklin is so much more than just sitting in a classroom and learning. It's about building you up to be the best you can be and to help provide every opportunity which will help you later on. Staff have also been so supportive. I do A-level biology, chemistry and psychology, so the amount of content I have to learn is fairly big. My teachers have been there for me and supported me in every single possible way, and I do strongly believe that Franklin is so much more than just a classroom. So I've been part of the Career Ready programme, and it has been absolutely amazing, and I am so glad I had the opportunity to be part of such an amazing programme. Within the Career Ready programme, I'm part of the Health Academy, and within the programme there are sessions run throughout the course of it that has enabled me to gain an insight into such a huge variety of skills and topics that I would never have learned otherwise. So, for example, Staying Safe Online, and there's many different talks from different universities and staff within them universities. I would 100% recommend this to anyone who's thinking of applying to the Career Ready programme. You also get assigned a mentor where you can work one-to-one to improve skills that are individual to yourself. I've also been part of the High Flyers group, where you work on many different skills that can help towards you getting into Russell Group universities. So we did stuff like extra reading about topics that are relevant in today's society, as well as interview preparation and other tasks as well. There is a huge range of different enrichment groups that you can be a part of, and there is definitely something for everybody to take part in. After college, I'm going to university to study paramedic science. The application process for going to university is quite long, but your tutors are there to guide you through every single aspect of the application. So from your personal statement to the UCAS application, they're there every step of the way. If you ever need any guidance, then your tutors are there to help you. You have both individual sessions with tutors and as well as group sessions, and you cover a huge range of skills. And if you need to talk to someone more private, then there's a whole team of staff at Franklin which can offer the support that you need. The application to Franklin is quite simple. I think it's a bit different from when I did it to obviously the situation now, but you just go onto the Franklin website and then there's an apply section that you can do all that, and it's really simple to do. When I joined Franklin, there was a mini interview process where you'd most likely talk to one-to-one to a subject teacher. They ask really simple questions and they take notes while you're answering them, and it's a really good way of getting to know you more and ensuring that you're choosing the right course. The first week coming to Franklin, it was a little bit scary, but all the staff and the second year and first year students were all really amazing and welcoming. You do get used to the college quite quickly, and if you ever need a hand, there's always someone you can speak to. Just don't be afraid to ask. You'll also get a map. So my advice would be to ensure you have a look at this before you go to college, to ensure that you know where you need to be. Yeah.
Thank you, Amy. That was lovely. Just picking up on something that you said about the application process, and then it might have changed a little bit since what you did. The application process for anyone in a Lincolnshire, North East Lincolnshire school, the applications are via links too, but you can also apply directly on our website, and it is a real simple process to go through, but Jamie will cover that a little bit later in the presentation. But thanks ever so much for that, Amy. It's great to hear it from a student themselves. So next we've got Mason. Are you there, Mason?
Hiya.
Hi, Mason. So Mason's joining us to give his experience of Franklin, really. So are you all right to take over?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Well, I'm in my first year at Franklin College, and I've come from Humberston Academy, where I studied my GCSEs, and currently I'm studying A-level maths and double BTEC applied science. Franklin College, in my opinion, is, like Amy said, more than just a classroom. It's amazing, to be honest. Best way I could describe it. It's been my first choice of colleges since I was in year 10, and I've always wanted to go here because of how amazing I've heard it is and how supportive I've heard all the members of staff are and how amazing the facilities are. When I first came to Franklin for my first week, it wasn't what I expected, but I wasn't nervous or scared or anything, because they make it dead warming and welcoming. It's just, I can't explain it. It just makes you feel like you're welcome there, like you belong there. When I leave Franklin, I'd love to go to university. I don't know which university, but that's what I'm hoping I find out, and to study degree level maths. Because of COVID and all, the lessons are very different from what I've heard before with all the virtual classes, etc. But they've managed to make it work, and you still get the support and help you need, even though it's all virtual. And the extracurricular activities that I'm part of is the Careers Ready, which Amy described earlier, where it gives you opportunities and helps you figure out your steps after Franklin and jobs that you can go into after Franklin. And I'm also part of one called the EPQ, which is, it's like another subject. It's called the Extended Project Qualification, where you have a topic and you have to either write an essay about the topic, or you have to create an artifact about it, and you have 2 years to complete this. And this is similar to other subjects, and it will give you some UCAS points. Yeah.
Thanks, Mason. That's great. It's really nice to hear it from a student that left school last year. Obviously, it was a really unsettled time, and Year 11s are in a really similar position to what you were in Year 11. And it's nice to hear that you've come through that, and that you've maybe helped to relieve some of the worries and some of the fears of the Year 11s that are in this call now, who I'm sure are panicking about when they start at Franklin and how that's going to be. So it's just really nice to hear it from someone that probably felt exactly the same as that this time last year. Is there any last bit of advice that you would give a Year 11 who's maybe worrying about the process and starting at Franklin, having done it yourself now?
I would say don't worry, but you still do need to try your best. There's no, because I believe the other Year 11 exams have been cancelled, haven't they?
Yeah, they're making a decision. We'll talk about it later in the presentation, but they're still looking at ways to assess GCSEs and final grades. So they will finish with a grade in the summer, Mason, just like you did.
Yeah, they shouldn't worry about it, because basically no matter what, Franklin will still take into account the fact that you never sat your GCSEs, and they will still give you all the opportunities you could have had if you sat them.
Yeah,
So,
thanks for that, Mason. So just like Mason said, we are fully aware of the situation that you are in. And although our students aren't Year 11 students, our students are experiencing very, very similar situations. But we will do everything we can to help you and support you through the process. And when we can, we will have you in the college as soon as we can, to show you what a great place it is. But obviously we understand that you're watching this and listening to this from your front rooms at home or your kitchen, and we're desperate to get you in and really show you about Franklin itself, and we will do that, and we're really looking forward to doing that when we can do it, to help you and reassure you and relieve those worries. So thanks for that, Mason. That was great.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that, guys. Thank you, Mason. Thank you, Amy. Two fantastic students at Franklin who have been part of what I'm going to talk about now, our fantastic enrichment program at Franklin Sixth Form College. I am going to go into each one in detail in just a short while, but just to kind of go over really quickly all the different kind of programs and activities that we offer at Franklin. It does include the Career Ready program. I've seen some questions asked about that in the chat facility, so hopefully I'll be able to give you all the necessary information you need on that. Within Career Ready, we offer that within business and logistics, law, health, and STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and maths. We also have top performing sports teams within football and netball, but we do have some more casual sports going on around the college as well, such as table tennis. But anything there is the demand for in terms of college sports, we will definitely do our very best to put those on for you while you're here at Franklin College. We also have a college gym that all students and staff can use free of charge. All you need is a simple induction when you come to Franklin, and then you're away and you can use it as much as you want. We also obviously have the football pitches outside, as well as the sports hall as well, for you to train and develop your sports skills. We also got the Teaching Academy as well. So if you're interested in going to the teaching profession, we do have a fantastic partnership with Bishop Grosseteste University, giving you the opportunity to have an interview and also working with local schools to make sure that you get the essential work placements. Again, something I'm going to talk about in just a short while. High Flyers, a bit of a stretch and challenge program, and this is for students who want to successfully progress onto prestigious universities. And what we do as part of this program is take you on trips to these universities, like Oxbridge, for example, like your Russell Group University, so you can look around around the campus, meet undergraduate and postgraduate students, and really get a feel for the place. And alongside that, we do run quite a lot of different extracurricular activities, quite a vast amount. And this might range, for example, in media, we have film club. In English, we have creative writing. And one of our most popular ones, for example, is our debate club, where students from all different subjects, whether it's law, government and politics, English, for example, they all join in to come and be a part of our debate club here at Franklin Sixth Form College. One of the yes, go for it, yes.
Just to add to that, we are looking at running our Franklin Debating Club with some schools locally. So keep an eye on social media, because we're going to be promoting that soon if you want to get involved with that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and just moving on, one of the main focuses of our enrichment program is, without a doubt, our Centre for Professional Development initiative. The purpose of the Centre for Professional Development, you're actually just to switch the slide for us, CJ, is to make sure that you are fully informed about the world of work. So, you can, like I said before, that you can successfully progress after Franklin College. And the kind of things that you'll get as being part of the Centre for Professional Development is you will gain work experience. When you do a placement with local and national employers, you will develop the key necessary skills appropriate for moving forward after Franklin College. And it opens up opportunities, not just while you're at Franklin, but also after Franklin as well, because you'll get the opportunities to network and build contacts with these employers, with these businesses, to make sure that you do successfully progress from Franklin College. Under that Centre for Professional Development umbrella, we do have a wide range of Franklin Professionals programs. And as you can see on the screen, this includes our Career Ready program, Franklin High Flyers, the Franklin Teaching Academy, the Aspiring Future Medics, and then the Talented Athlete Support Scheme, and the Franklin Leadership Academy as well. Just going to move quickly on to the Teaching Academy and tell you a little bit more information about that. So if you do aspire to be a teacher, whether that's primary, secondary, A-level, or even one day be a university lecturer or professor, then this is perfect for you, because the Teaching Academy is a year-long program. And like I said before, we do work in partnership with Bishop Grosseteste University that are based just outside of Lincoln. And thanks to this partnership, we can guarantee you an interview with this university to get onto a teaching course and do your courses like your PGCE, for example, if you want to go down the teaching route at university and after Franklin College. As part of the program, you'll also undertake 10 placements, 1-hour placements at our local school, and this will help you gain hands-on experience in the teaching environment. And this is, again, thanks to our links with the schools and the local employers. And the 10 hours of placement that you do are compulsory as well if you do want to progress on to a teaching course, teaching degree after Franklin Sixth Form College. So that is basically the Teaching Academy in a nutshell. If you do want to find out more information about this program or any of our other Franklin Professionals programs, then do check out the virtual tour section of our website. I am going to go through that with you in a short while, or even contact us or anything like that. But there will be plenty of opportunity for you to ask more questions about our programs. I'm just going to move on to the Franklin Leadership Academy, and CJ's just going to explain a little bit about that.
Thanks, Jamie. Just quickly, before Pete, our principal, leaves us, he just wants to have a little bit of a chat about our medics program and applicants accessing our enrichment program. So are you there, Pete?
I am, yeah. Good evening, everybody. I hope you're getting all the information that you need. I'm conscious that these events tend to be a bit of a bombardment of lots of information, advice, and I can see in the questions that are being asked that they're the usual sort of I wonder what's going to happen. We did find last year that one of the really important things that we did over the spring and summer period was that we made available quite a number of activities to students, to applicants as part of the processes of applying. So I responded to some questions in the chat about things like Career Ready and the Medics program. And what we're looking at is to have certain events or activities or things that you can tune into that will tell you about that over the next few months. So the reason I mentioned the Medic program in particular is because that's kind of my area. I taught in medical school a long time ago. And I know that those of you with a particular interest in a professional area, whether that's medicine or law or teaching, there are things we can do to help you before you even start. So we'll try not to bombard you with lots of information, but what we will do are some kind of interesting activities and things that you can do to get you to think about what a progression to that professional state looks like and how you can navigate your way through. So we mentioned in the brief talking, and Jamie and CJ have also mentioned it, the professionals work, the career ready work that we do, it is nationally leading. It's cited nationally through to government, through local politicians, and in the sixth form college sector as something that is really very, very strong locally. And it's because we work very closely with the professionals in those areas to make sure that you are mentored and you are given a full understanding of how to get into that professional role. So I just want to mention that, CJ, that as part of the work from now to the summer, that young people will follow an interview, get their own Franklin account, and then they'll get access to information about all of these things. That this is part of a dialogue, not a one-off information giving exercise.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks, Pete. So, if we just move on to the Franklin Leadership Academy. So the next program we're going to speak about as part of the enrichment and professionals programs is the Franklin Leadership Academy, and this is our sports leadership academy. So anyone that's interested in going into coaching or teaching sport or officiating, anything to do with sport, this is a great academy to get involved with. And it's not just the delivery of events, it's the organising the events, it's the working with school children that come into the college, and it's a great programme for really gaining that experience and building that confidence to leading into the work of the field of work of sport. So what happens is we offer lots of events at the college, and school children from all over the county come into the college to compete here, and our students help to deliver these competitions, these matches, these events, which lead on to work placements, which lead on to short coaching courses, which are great for your CV and building your confidence and really cementing that you want to go into the field of work of sport. The next one, which is also a sports program, is the Talented Athlete Support Scheme. And this is for students that have got a vested interest and a commitment to sport, and we recognise that. So if you're coming in as a member or a representative from a different, from a certain discipline of sport, we understand that commitment to these sports often take up quite a bit of time, and we'll recognise that and we'll support you. And if you've got competition coming up, or if you've got some really hard training going on, we'll help you and support you with your studies while you can also continue to be committed to those sports commitments.
Yeah, and next we've got the Aspiring Franklin Medics program. So if you aspire to go into the world of medicine, to be a doctor, to be a vet, even dentistry, for example, then again, this program's definitely for you. You will have access to a variety of sessions. So this is where we will bring in external visitors such as healthcare professionals, and carry out bespoke sessions with you, and masterclasses and things like that, covering everything you need to know about medical ethics and how to achieve a career in the field of medicine, veterinary or dentistry as well. You'll also research the most appropriate university course for you, with our fantastic team of progress coaches and tutors who will help you do this, and also our careers team as well. And you'll embark on trips and visits to providers as well, just to check out, campuses and things like that. And also meet students, undergraduate students, who are also studying for a medicine degree at university. In addition, you'll also receive support with your entrance exams and your UCAS applications. And this can include help with your personal statements, and what to write for these universities, and also your academic references as well. Moving on to the Career Ready programme. I mentioned it before, this is where we do combine your education with business and industry. And as you can see on the screen, and as I said before, you can see the full list of different subjects or areas, sectors that we offer the Career Ready programme in. So it's a fantastic enrichment programme. It's focusing on raising your aspirations and your employability skills, and giving you that work experience and developing, the skills to make sure that you successfully progress after Franklin Sixth Form College. It also teaches you about the behaviours and the attitudes that you need to succeed in the workplace after Franklin Sixth Form College as well. On the programme, you will benefit from a one-to-one mentor as well, who will give you constructive and crucial feedback throughout your time at Franklin Sixth Form College. And that mentor will have a background and a history in the area of study that you want to go into in the future. And it will give you support with understanding your career options and the best, options to take going forward. You'll also attend dedicated masterclasses, again, led by people and experts who work in the industry that you want to go into. We also run employability sessions to develop your skills, including your confidence and preparation for the workplace and for interviews, for example. And one of the big parts of the Career Ready programme is that you will do a 4 to 6 week, a 4 to 6 week placement as well, getting you that crucial work experience ready for when you go into the world of work after Franklin Sixth Form College. Two fantastic students who have been part of the Career Ready programme are Fadan and Emma, and I'm just going to pass back over to CJ for her to introduce those students. Thank you.
Thanks, Jamie. So just to introduce Fadan, Fadan is a student with us now and is here to talk to you about her experience of Franklin and being part of the Career Ready programme. Are you there, Fadan?
Hi.
Hiya.
Hi.
Are you okay to take over?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
My name is Fadan, and as a foreign student, Franklin was the best choice that I could have made. Moving into a new environment was a completely uncommon experience, so the support that I have received as I got here and while I was applying to Franklin College from abroad was exceptional. So even though it wasn't during the COVID times, it was also sort of an online experience for me. Gladly, as soon as I came in, I decided to apply to a health program in the Career Ready, which was a good way to start finding out more about the health system in the UK and get a better insight into it. I met my mentor last year, who is a cognitive behavioral therapist at the Navigo Health Centre in Grimsby. The amount of knowledge that I got and I keep on learning from my mentor is endless, and it has been very interesting to follow how they have been coping with almost a year of a pandemic and have been able to support their patients. Apart from that, I have had a chance to travel to London with this program and speak to many different professionals, including medics working in the military, dentists, general practitioners, and this gave me a very good understanding into the priorities set by the health system in the UK and sort of narrowed down my options for the future. And at the moment, thanks to the Career Ready program once again, I've been volunteering at the British Heart Foundation, also getting an online work experience at Birmingham University Hospitals, and currently preparing to get a work experience at the Princess of Wales Hospitals in Northeast Lincolnshire. So in summary, what I'm trying to say is that this program gives you so much more than just applying your information on an exam paper, but you apply it in real life and through having experiences.
Thanks, Fadan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us. So Fidan is an amazing student of ours, and Fidan has come from being an international student, and this just shows how she's made her journey to be with us and get involved in as much as she can during her time at Franklin. So just to add to a couple of questions that we've had in the chat, and also to what Pete said with his, sorry, it was just repeating a bit, within his little chat, that what we will spend this year doing is working with all of our applicants. So during interview processes and as time goes on throughout the year, to promote to you the different enrichment programs and to help you get involved with those. So please keep an eye on your emails, and we'll be sending stuff out. And like Pete said, it will be a chain of communication. So we'll carry on sending stuff that you can get involved with, virtual events, signing up for stuff, to really build that information that you get about the enrichment, to work with you during your year 11. So when you start with us in September, it's almost just a stepping stone, a really simple step for you to start on those different enrichment programs straight away. Could I just ask you to keep your mics off for me, because it's sending a real bad feedback. Thank you. So thanks for that, Fidan, again. The next person we've got to talk is Emma. Are you there, Emma?
Yep.
Thank you.
So, as just mentioned, my name is Emma and I used to attend Beacon Academy. As many people may know, Beacon Academy was quite a small school when I was there. So, coming to Franklin, I was slightly worried about how I would cope in lessons with a much larger group of people. However, it turned out that no worrying was necessary, as the class sizes weren't much bigger than what I was used to, and the teachers always have time or make time to give you a hand. I'm currently studying maths, physics and English language at A-level. And throughout my time here, my teachers have been incredibly supportive about my education and my ambitions, as well as being incredibly understanding should any personal issues arise. I'm also part of the STEM Career Academy, which has enabled me to connect with my mentor and gain experience about the engineering industry from his first-hand experiences, as well as giving me opportunities to attend engineering masterclasses, workshops, and even a virtual internship over the summer holidays. Along with this, I was also part of the college trip to Poland last year, which enabled me to meet some incredible new people, learn about Polish culture, and visit both Auschwitz and the ghetto just outside Krakow. The trip to Poland was such an incredible experience that I would never have known about outside of Franklin. All of these experiences combined, and in particular Career Ready, have really helped motivate me towards studying for my degree in mechanical engineering at university next year.
Thanks, Emma. That's great. So that's just another positive story of a student that has come to us and been involved in the Career Ready programme and really helped her to guide her in what she wants to do after college. So my advice to you would be, once you've chosen your courses and you've decided what you want to study at Franklin, please do sign up for as much enrichment as you can get involved with, and really build your experiences while you're at college and get as much out of your time here as you can, which is obviously what Emma, Fidan, Amy and Mason have done whilst they've been with us. So thanks for that, Emma. That was great. So just to answer a question in the chat, I will send a link to the bus routes, but we will also speak about this later on in the presentation, so we'll come back to it. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to talk quickly about our Franklin facilities. This is one of the biggest reasons why we are really disappointed that at the minute we can't get you guys to come into the college to have a look around all of our state-of-the-art facilities, because they really are fantastic. So we have like industry standard equipment and resources, and like I said before, we get external visitors in as well too, alongside our facilities. And it just really helps you fulfill your academic potential at Franklin, you know, utilising our facilities here at Franklin. Just to go through a few of them, we do have our Learning Resource Centre, which is a little bit like a library where you can borrow books and also films as well. And you can also study in there, and we do have numerous computers within our Learning Resource Centre as well, enabling you to study effectively. We also got some incredible sports facilities. So I mentioned before, like about our gym, we have our sports hall and our outside rugby and football pitches as well. So you can successfully develop your skills in these areas. We do have 2 professional photography studios, one in our art block and one in our media block. And these are all complete with white infinity walls, meaning that you can shoot industry standard photography and videos as well. Like I said, we do have industry standard equipment that you'll be taught to use as well as part of this. So things like your cameras and your boom mics and your recording equipment, things like that, is all industry standard equipment. We do have your Mac rooms as well. So once you've completed this kind of creative work and you want to go into the world of editing and post-production and things like that, then we do have Mac suites, 2 Mac suites to help you do this. And we have recording studios as well to go alongside this. So if you're working in the field of media and journalism, for example, or studying, then you can go in and use the software. We do have Macs in these recording studios as well, full of software like your Adobe software, your Audacity, things like that, to make sure that you are creating industry standard work with the equipment. We also have Costa Coffee and the Grumpy Mule shops as well that do serve quality and hot food and drink. And then we have our theatre and performance room. So we do have a theatre hall where all our main performances predominantly take place, and that's kind of central in the college. And then we also have our black box performance room as well, where we do have performances in there, but it is mainly used as a teaching space and as a rehearsal room for our students as well. So that's just in a nutshell all of the facilities that we have at Franklin Sixth Form College. I'm just going to pass you back over to CJ now, who's going to talk about the various different forms of support that we offer, and that includes pastoral, study support and financial support.
Thanks, Jamie. So just to start us off with pastoral support, so this is support that we will offer to, or we offer to all of our students alongside their study programs. So every student has what we call a progress coach, which is a member of staff who will look after you, support you, help you with university applications, job applications, safeguarding issues, any problems that you've got going on at home, and we have direct access to a counselling service. So that's what our pastoral support team are there for, and they will work with our students and our applicants straight from the word go, basically, to build up a really good rapport with our students. We last year, and we'll probably do exactly the same this year, we did introduce our pastoral support team to our applicants earlier than we normally would, obviously because of COVID and the situation we're in. So we want to build up that rapport with our applicants as soon as we can. So it's probably more than likely that that member of staff will be in touch with you in the not too distant future to try and build that rapport and help you and guide you through what is quite an unsettled time at the minute. So that's our pastoral support. Moving on to study support. So this is support with studying whilst you're at Franklin, and this support is for all of our students. But we also have a student study support team who work with our students who have physical disabilities or learning difficulties as well. And our study support department are open for self-referral to help students if they're struggling a little bit with their studies or they need a bit of support whilst they're at Franklin. And we work with all of our students to meet all the individual needs of every single one of our students. So they're there to offer whatever help it is that the individual needs. That team also works with students that maybe come in with an education, health and care plan from school or has received help in school to just continue that support and help you as much as we can whilst you're at Franklin. Moving on now to financial support. So financial support is support for our students who maybe need support with transport or printing costs, or whether it's be some resources for your courses, or paying for a meal whilst you're at college. And students can access what we call the Student Financial Support Fund, which means that we would help you with those costs while you're at college. This is dependent on your household income and maybe certain situations, obviously down to the individual circumstances. This support fund can be applied for before you start at college, and it's one of the other things that we will be in touch with applicants about before you start your journey at Franklin. So we can make sure that if you're eligible for the financial support fund, that we're able to support you with that right from your first day. So we'll help you with free college meals and travel to college and stuff like that. So that leads us nicely into bus routes. And I know that there's been a couple of questions in the chat about bus routes and what we offer. So basically, we offer bus routes from really, really far up until really close to college. And we change these bus routes each year to suit all of our applicants, to make sure that if you're an applicant from as far as Alford or towards the bridge, that we offer these bus routes, and we work with our applicants to help where we can to pick up closer to where your home is. I did put a link into the chat so you could see our bus routes and the bus timetables. Obviously these are a little bit different at the minute because of COVID, and they're very changeable, and we adapt to students to cater for them and just offer their needs best, really. As I said, the Student Financial Support Fund does support transport to college, but it is really reasonable as well. So if you don't, if you aren't eligible for the financial support fund, it is £1 to college and £1 home from college at the minute. So I'm sure that'll be the same next year. But yeah, it's really affordable, and it's cheaper than using the Stagecoach options locally. But as I said, more information can be found about that in our website. So Jamie's just going to go back now and talk about our Franklin timetable.
Thank you, CJ. Yeah, as you can see on the screen, guys, we do have an example of our timetable. There is quite a lot going on there, I do understand, but we have tried to colour code it for you. But basically, we do have 6 different blocks at Franklin Sixth Form College. So we have A block all the way through to F block. Students will study in 3 of the 6 different blocks each week, and that will be a total of 9 lessons. Okay, so no matter whether you do a single option and whether you combine that with our courses, double or even a triple, it will always accumulate to a total of 9 lessons. So you will study in 3 of the 6 different blocks. So for example, let's say you studied biology in A block, you would do that first thing on a Monday. You'd then do that 1 o'clock on a Tuesday, so that's the 3rd block, and then you'd also do it at 10:45 on a Thursday as well. And as you can see, it's just the pink boxes that you're looking for on the example. Then you may have B block 3, for example, and you might not have a subject in that, and you kind of have the independence to decide what you do in that time. You are more than welcome to stay around the college and use that free time however you wish. So if you want to use our facilities, complete extra vision, catch up with work, or simply socialise with friends, then that is entirely up to you. Obviously, we would advise you to really take advantage of everything we offer at Franklin College, and in your free time, make sure you do use our facilities, completing all the work that you can do. So then, for example, you may have another lesson in C block after the lunch break. And again, if you've got, say, physics in C block, you'll then do it at 1 o'clock on a Monday, first thing on Wednesday, and then second thing on a Friday. So hopefully that's making a little bit of sense for you, just about how our timetable kind of runs and how many subjects and how many lessons you will study each and every week. Students will also have time to complete enrichment activities, the enrichment activities that we spoke about before, or any extra work. So we do make specific time for that. So as you can see, on a Wednesday, we do have a few blocks for our enrichment and support sessions, and also on a Thursday as well. And every single lunchtime between 12:15 and 1 p.m. during obviously a standard year, we do have activities for students available every single day. And this ranges from sports activities to we even host like debate club at lunchtime and things like that as well. Just moving on to our social media. No, actually, sorry about that. I've actually missed one slide. CJ, I'm going to pass back over to you because you have some important news to share to everyone. Thank you.
Just going back to the chat, Jamie, Jessica's just asked if she will be studying 3 lessons if she's chosen 4 options. So just to add to that, Jessica, I have just answered, but the only reason you would probably study 4 subjects is if you're one of the very few that's studying further maths. And if you are studying further maths, that does mean that you would study an extra 3 lessons a week for that subject. But like we said before in the presentation, very, very few of our students study 4 options. It just tends to be the 3 options, which means that you would study 9 lessons in total, with obviously your independent study on top of that. So I hope that answers your question. So just to clarify a few things, really, we wanted to just shed a little bit of light on the situation we're in, and how we intend to support our applicants during this year because of COVID and the situation we find ourselves in. So last year, what we did was we put together a couple of packs of resources, work, support, whatever you want to call it, for our applicants. And this worked with them from their transition from school to college. We understand that you're probably really nervous about coming to college, and the fact that you're not in school at the minute and you're not having your lessons as you normally would. But we want you to be aware that we fully understand that, and we understand that it is a really difficult time, but we also want you to be aware that we will support you through this process. So our advice to you is really engage and carry on with your studies that your schools are setting for you remotely, as hard and challenging as that may be at times. But we are in the process of preparing some packs of work and work for you, activities for you to get involved with Franklin, to just help you between transition from GCSEs to A-levels or vocational courses, whatever it is you're choosing to study with us. And this won't be really onerous, it won't be really time consuming. It's more for you to build that rapport with Franklin, get involved with the fun activities that we've got going on, and really start to look forward to your time here, because we're really looking forward to you joining us, and we don't want this to be a really nervous time for you. We want to work with you as soon as we can to help you with that process. So we're looking to put together, or we're in the process of putting that together now. So please do keep a lookout on your emails, on social media, and we'll continue to update you on the process that we're going through to put that work together. But don't worry, we'll support you. We know it's a challenging time, is the message in a nutshell.
Yeah, I completely agree. Thanks for that, CJ. Yeah, so just to finish up, guys, before we hand it over to you, to any questions that you have, I'm just going to take control of the screen a second. Just bear with me. And first of all, I want to talk to you about our social media channels. So this includes Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And obviously now more than ever, they are so essential, not only for us, but for you guys as well, in terms of how you can communicate with us and keep up to date with everything that's going on with Franklin Sixth Form College. So please do head to our social media platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Give us a like and a follow on there. And like I said, if you've got any questions, guys, it is such a strong platform for us to be able to communicate with you. So if you've got any questions, please feel free to message us on any of those social media channels. Another one of our social media channels that is so crucial at the moment, because we can't bring you guys into the college, is our YouTube channel. Pete, our principal, did mention earlier that there is probably going to be a lot of information tonight that we've given you. You know, we don't expect you to remember all of it, but tomorrow morning, for example, we will have this event live on our YouTube channel for you. So if there's anything that you think you missed or anything you want to go over again, for example, then you can come back and watch this video on our channel. And as you can see, just scrolling through, we do have all of our Franklin Live events on our YouTube channel, as well as a whole host of other things. So if you're interested in finding out more about a specific subject, then we've got videos for all of our subjects on here. If you just simply want a bit of information on how to apply now and a little bit, bit of help on the application process, you can do that just by clicking on this video here. Or even if you want to take a virtual tour, like I said, it's really disappointing that we can't get you in at the moment, but we do have the next best alternative, and that is giving you a virtual tour of Franklin College. And if you want to find out more about our enrichment programs, for example, our teaching academy and our flyers, we do have some fantastic videos from our careers team as well. So just going to head to our website, which is www.franklin.ac.uk. Hopefully that's popped up on the screen for you now. And the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is how you can apply. So there's two ways that you can apply. You can do it through the Links To website, and this is something you will do with your tutors at school. But there is another similar way, and it's very, very simple, and that's just to do it directly through our website. Our website is a mobile friendly as well as desktop friendly. So if you did want to complete your application on mobile, on your iPad, on any kind of tablet or other device that you've got, then please feel free to do so, because it's completely user friendly. So on the homepage there, you saw me click on the top right hand side, which was the Apply Now button. And here is where you will make your application. We've got a little video on here as well about seeing your future at Franklin Sixth Form College in 2021. But it's really simple. It's just where you kind of search your courses. And the best way to describe it, and the way we describe it, is that you kind of search through all of these different departments and find the courses that really interest you. And you kind of drag and drop them into your application basket, if you will. And then once you've kind of, you're happy with the courses that you've selected and you fully understand what they're about and the entry requirements, then you can move on to the next section, which is, again, it's really simple. It's just about you guys entering your personal details, your contact details, your predicted qualifications, for example, and just a little personal statement where you tell us a bit about you and your interests and why you want to study the courses that you've selected at Franklin Sixth Form College. So that is basically the application process. So it is really simple. But like I said, on our YouTube channel, we've got an how to apply video. If you ever get stuck, please do contact us, whether that's through social media, via phone, via email, and we'll be more than willing to help you out. Like I said before, we can't have you on the premises at the moment due to the current situation. However, we do have, like I said, the next best thing, which is our virtual tour, which you will find at the top of our homepage on our website. You can, I just want to say this as well, you can still book for a college tour if you want to just head down to this tab here. And what we'll do is we'll take your details and then contact you when it is safe for you to come onto our premises, onto campus, and look around all of our fantastic facilities and resources, and meet our students and meet our staff. So you can definitely still do that. But what we've done as an alternative is create the virtual tour. So if you want to find out more about all of our courses, our More Than a Classroom initiative, or even more about our careers team and the Centre for Professional Development, then you will have access to all of that right here on our website. And again, if you want to find out more about our student support, like CJ was talking about earlier, and that includes pastoral and learning support and financial support as well, you can do all of that right here. If you want to find out more about a specific course in a physical format, you can request an information pack from us, and you simply just enter your details, tell us the subjects that you are interested in studying, and what we'll do is subsequently we will send you mini prospectuses about all of the courses that you are interested in studying, as well as the main prospectus from the college as well. And finally, obviously, you're here right now, and this is part of our Franklin Live events. If you do want to book onto any more of our events, because we do have plenty more to go, and they will be running from now till the 25th of March, just simply click on this little video being played right now on our homepage, and you will be taken to all of the different events that we offer at Franklin College, and you are free to book onto any session that you want to do. So for example, next week we do our maths event. So it's really simple. Let's say if I did want to book onto the maths event, simply click register now, and then you'll be taken through to an area where you can find out more about the course and also book tickets for the event. But like I said, all of the all of the departments, subject departments that we offer at Franklin, the majority of them will have Franklin Live events to come still in 2021. Those that have already been and gone, so English and language, science and engineering, you can find recordings of them all on our YouTube channel as well. So, without further ado, I'm now going to pass the conversation back over to CJ, and if she's got any final points to make. If not, we'll then hand it over to you guys if you do have any questions. Thank you.
Thanks, Jamie. So, yeah, like Jamie said, that brings us to the end of our presentation. But we are here. We're going to stay on the chat. We're going to stay here to answer any questions that you've got. We hope. I know that the presentation went on for quite a while, but we really hope that you got as much information to help you with what is a really unsettled and different time to how we would normally do this for year 11s. So please put any questions you've got in the chat. Please get in touch with us on social media, send us an email, however suits you best, and we will help you. So there's a couple of questions coming through. Do you want to help me with these, Jamie?
Yep, absolutely.
So the first one's from Debbie. Will you be doing another live session for Franklin, for science, as I missed the last one? So just to answer to that, at the moment, Debbie, we haven't got another date for science, but don't worry, because the event is on our YouTube channel, and you will be able to get in touch with us and ask any questions, and we'll be happy to get the head of science, Laura, to give you a call if you've got any questions that can be answered. But we will be putting more events on after this series of events, so please do keep a lookout for information on those. And now you've booked onto this event tonight, we'll send you more information as they come, as the events come through. So I hope that's answered that question.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jamie, go on.
Yeah, just to add to that as well, all of our events, if you do miss any in the future, for example, they are put on the very next day as well. So don't worry too much, Debbie, if you do miss an event. The full event, including all the questions that people ask that you may have asked, will be all on our YouTube channel. Just got another question about how long will I be waiting on an interview? The process usually takes, well, what we're doing the first week of receiving your application is obviously process application, and then arrange an interview that best suits you, a time and a day. So it should never really be more than 2 weeks, and that's an absolute maximum. It's usually around a week or so.
Thanks, Jamie. Just to add to that, we are at the height of our applications at the minute. So as much as we want to turn them around as quick as we can and get back in touch with you, it might mean that it is an extra few days. But please do get in touch with us in the meantime if we can help you in any way. Bella, I've just seen that you've asked about are there any events for law? Yeah, of course there are. The date for this is, I'm just looking at the...
It's the 8th of February.
There we go. Jamie knows more than me. But you can book on that the same way as you did for this, directly on our website.
We've just got a really good question from Joseph, but I think you might be more apt to answer that than CJ.
Okay. Do you work with any specific primary schools for sports coaching, or can we arrange our own placements? A bit of both, really, Joseph. We do work with most of the primary schools, and through our Franklin Sports Leadership Academy, we have the majority of them come into the college to take part in competitions here, and through that we work with what we call the School Sports Partnership. So they deliver coaching, and they run competitions for all the schools. So we can look to get you a placement through that. And after you've studied at Franklin, you could look to go on to the Inspire Plus program, which is a higher level apprenticeship, which you study after you've been with us for a couple of years. And that's a full-time placement within a school. So we could help you with that as well. When do we start in September? So it's usually the first week in September, and it's usually on the Tuesday. But the calendar is just being confirmed, and that will be on our website soon. Next one, Caitlin. Do you know how long it takes to get placements set up? You would, depending on what it's for, so you'd apply for one of our career ready programs, during year 11, and we'll look to start that process with you as soon as you start at Franklin. But like I said, you will get involved in the career ready stuff before you start with us, because we're just building a program of that for you now. So look out for information on that, and get involved wherever you can, and we'll get you a placement. We'll get that sorted for you as soon as we can. Obviously, at the minute with COVID, placements are a little bit different, but we're really looking forward to September when things are going to be back to normal a little bit, we hope. Any more questions? Like Jamie said, anyone can book onto the Franklin Live events that we have coming up, and the next one is on Monday, which is the maths one, which follows on the 1st of February, which is psychology, sociology and criminology. But if you aren't able to attend them and you want information on them, they're all recorded and on our YouTube channel, so feel free to watch them back on there. If you've got any questions, feel free to just pop them in the chat. We'll be happy to answer them. Jamie, I don't know if you had anything else just to add.
No, nothing specifically. Just reiterating your point, really. If you do forget to ask anything or you want to contact us at a later date, please do so, guys. And just a massive thank you for joining us tonight as well. It was a fantastic turnout. But yeah, like I said, if you've got any questions, please do pop them in the chat. We'll do our very best to answer those for you.
So just a question about the timetable. How would a timetable work with 3 subjects? So our students do study 3 subjects, and the majority of them do this. What happens is that you're allocated what we call blocks. So if you just look at the slide that I'm showing now, a block would be, for example, A block is every pink block on the timetable. So what it means is that you would study 3 blocks for your 3 different subjects, and whenever those blocks appear on the timetable, you would be in the lesson for that subject. So it might be that you have, let's say you study law in A block, you study criminology in C block, and you study biology in F block. It just means whenever those blocks are on your timetable, you would be in the lesson for that subject. And they tend to go, or they always go one after another. So you'll have one, and then you'll have the other 2 before you go back to having that subject again. So it gives you a nice bit of time in between your different subject lessons. But it might be that, depending on what blocks your lessons are in, that there are a couple of days where you're only in for half a day, or you're in for a bit of a shorter day, which means that you can use that time to do enrichment, to do some independent study, or it might be that you have a Tuesday afternoon off when you choose to do a bit of a part-time job. And it is all about growing up and becoming an adult. So we really encourage our students to manage their time independently, but also with the commitment to the studies. I hope that answers your question. If you're doing a double course, how is your timetable block worked out? So what it means is that if you do a double course, it works exactly the same. So let's say you chose to do double sport. It might be that double sport is in A block and B block. So you'd finish your A block lesson and then you'd have it again in B block, or it might even be a block bit further on, so it might not be until you have your other sport the day after. It doesn't mean that you're in a double long lesson. It just means that 6 of your lessons in the week will be that course. I hope that answers your question, Debbie. Has anyone got any more questions before we finish for tonight? No problem. And obviously we do timetables so lessons don't clash with one another, and we do take into consideration people's travel time, and that you don't want to come in for one lesson a day type thing. So we make sure that we design the timetables best to suit each individual.